You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 29th of May. Notice issued to Yasin Malik on death penalty request in terror funding case. Activists protest against 1998 nuclear blast in Balochistan. And Nepali climbers call for action against global warming on Everest Day. And now for all the details. The Delhi High Court on Monday issued notice to jailed separatist leader and terrorist Yasin Malik on a plea moved by India's National Investigation Agency, the NIA, seeking death penalty for him. The NIA has argued that Yasin Malik has worked for separation of a region from the country, making the case rarest of rare, which deserves death sentence. Malik is also accused by the NIA for the killing of 4 Indian Air Force personnel and kidnapping of Rubaiya Saeed, daughter of former Jammu Kashmir CM Mufti Mohammad Saeed. The NIA also compared him with slain Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. A lower court had last year convicted the chief of banned outfit, JKLF, after he pleaded guilty of terror funding, spreading terrorism and secessionist activities. And the Indian Space Research Organization, the ISRO, on Monday successfully placed the NVS-01 navigation satellite into the orbit through its geo-satellite launch vehicle F-12 from spaceport of Sriharikota. It is the first of the second-generation satellites envisaged for the navigation with Indian constellation Navic services. The space agency said the launched payload also contained indigenously developed space-qualified rubidium atomic clock, an important technology that only a handful of countries possess. Well, the Pakistan Finance Minister Ishaq Dar has said that the country will share its upcoming budget details with the IMF in order to unlock stalled funds. Dar, in an interview with local media on Sunday, informed that he would like the IMF to clear its 9th review before the budget, which is due to be presented in early June, as all the conditions for that had already been met. The IMF's $1.1 billion funding to Pakistan has been held up since November and is crucial as the South Asian country is facing an acute balance of payment crisis. As Pakistan lurches from one crisis to another, citizens say life has become very difficult for them as they can't even afford food, let alone manage things like clothes, education and other bills.
घर तो बहुत मुश्किल चलता है, दिहाड़ीदार बंदे, कब ये काम है कभी नहीं है। हुकूमत से रिक्वेस्ट है सस्ता करें, हर चीज़ महंगी है। आटा था वो 60-50 वाला 130 रुपये 120 रुपये किलो है। पेट्रोल के रेट आपको खुद पता है, इतना गरीब आदमी के लिए पेट पालना बहुत मुश्किल होगा।
Moving on, Baloch activists organized a massive protest in Germany this past weekend against the nuclear test carried out by Pakistan on May 28, 1998 in Balochistan, the adverse effects of which they still suffer from. A report. Members of the Baloch National Movement staged a demonstration in Germany on Sunday against the nuclear test carried out by Pakistan on May 28, 1998 in Balochistan. The protesters highlighted that Pakistan has done countless atrocities on Baloch people over the years, among which one was the nuclear test of 1998, the adverse effects of which they still suffer from. It is believed that Pakistan has once again chosen Balochistan as its storage yard for its nuclear weapons.
The people of Balochistan, they have been suffering from severe skin diseases, cancer and very genetic problem now. And from the first day, we believe that Pakistan has intentionally did its atomic test in Balochistan because Balochistan is a colony of Pakistan, and for them, the people of Balochistan have nothing importance but the resources of the Balochistan have.
The protesters demanded the UN and the international community to intervene to disarm Pakistan. Activists also raised concerns that with a crumbling economy, Pakistan could possibly sell its nuclear assets to terrorists. Nepal's President Chandra Paudel, on the occasion of the country's Republic Day, granted presidential pardon to 501 convicts, including former lawmaker Resham Chaudhary. According to the Kathmandu Post, the recommendation from PM Dahal's government came just 2 weeks after the Supreme Court had upheld the life imprisonment sentence for the former lawmaker in connection to his involvement in 2015 Tikapur massacre. Resham Chaudhary, a leader from ruling coalition partner Nagarik Unmukti Party, was convicted by a lower court as the mastermind of the Tikapur carnage, in which a mob allegedly killed 7 police personnel and a 2-year-old boy during the Madhes movement. The decision to release him has drawn flack from opposition parties. And with the global warming significantly affecting mountain peaks, scores of climbers in Nepal called for action to protect them as they marked the platinum jubilee of the first ascent of the Mount Everest. Take a look. With the climate change threatening the Mount Everest, Nepali climbers and mountaineers called for action to protect the country's mountains as they celebrated the platinum jubilee of the successful ascent of the world's tallest peak on Monday. Hundreds of people took part in a rally to commemorate the occasion and spread awareness on protecting the mountains. The 29,032 feet Everest was first climbed and conquered by New Zealand's Edmund Hillary and Sherpa guide Tenzing Norgay in 1953. Each year, thousands of tourists flock to Nepal to climb its mountains, creating work for tens of thousands of people as guides, porters and other staff, as well as in tourism-related jobs.
मेरो चाहिँ अब यो पहिला चाहिँ मैले मेरो आफ्नो ब्युटीको मलाई राम्रो लागेर चाहिँ हिमाल चढेको हो र यो ब्युटी पनि कुनै बेलामा चाहिँ यो चाहिँ एकदम मासिदै छ हिउँहरु हिमालमा हिउँ भएर त ब्युटी भएको हैन त्यो हिउँ चाहिँ दिन प्रतिदिन पक्लिदै छ भन्ने कुराले चाहिँ एकदमै नराम्रो लाग्यो र यो चाहिँ यो पनि अब सकिन्छ भन्ने कुराले चाहिँ अब जस्तो वर्ल्ड वाइज नै यो हामीले चाहिँ एकदमै नेपाल लगायत नै सबै क्लाइम्बरहरुले चाहिँ यो लाई चाहिँ ध्यान दिनुपर्ने देखियो मैले मेरो आफ्नो क्लाइम्बिङको एक्सपीरियन्स.
The 70th anniversary of the historic ascent was also celebrated in India's Siliguri town, where statue of Tenzing Norgay was felicitated and a small cultural performance was organized by the Sherpa community. The first ascent on Everest catapulted Nepal, home to 8 of the world's 14 highest peaks, into the focus globally for mountaineering and hiking. Hundreds of devotees gathered at a famous temple in India's Jammu and Kashmir and offered kheer or sweet milk pudding to a sacred spring as part of the Hindu festival of Kheer Bhawani on Sunday. The annual event, which displays communal harmony, witnessed people from different religions performing rituals and chanting prayers at the Mata Kheer Bhawani temple in Srinagar. There are many legends associated with the temple and the goddess. It is believed that Lord Hanuman had brought the deity in the form of water in a pot made of pumpkin or coconut shell at this place. The festival is celebrated every year in the May-June period and also sees devotees fast to seek blessings from the goddess.
खीर भवानी में जो मेला होता है, आज के दिन हमारी माता प्रकट हुई थी और जहाँ का बहुत बड़ा मतलब है, जहाँ हमारी खीर भवानी का जो हमारा दूर दराज इलाकों में जहाँ हम हिंदुस्तान से ही नहीं बाहर भी इसका बहुत बड़ा ये है कि खीर भवानी और बाहर से विदेशों से लोग हमारे जो पंडित भाई जहाँ आए हैं, जहाँ का जो हिंदू मुसलमान सिख अताब जो हमारा है ये भाईचारा जो है ये पूरी दुनिया एक मिसाल है.
Well, that's all in tonight's edition. We'll do same time tomorrow.